Okay, hello GH101. In this video I'm going to talk about running R not on your own computer, logging in from home or using it in the Unix lab. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about running it from the CS server. Alright, so whichever way you, if you're on Windows or if you're on Mac, you're either going to use PuTTY or you're going to use, on the Mac, we're using the terminal here. So I'll log in with my, we'll log in with my GH101 account. All right, I'm logged in. Now on the server, you can run the program R. All right, now this gives me the console, just like we have in RStudio. Let me show RStudio. All right, so RStudio here, it's running on my Mac, and I can say x equals 2x times x. All right, now I can do the same thing over here in my terminal. The difference is that all I have is this one screen with the console. If I want to save to a file, then one way to do that is to open up a new PuTTY window or a new tab on my terminal. I can open a new tab there. So I'm going to open up a new tab. All right, over here I'll create a file, and over here I'll run it. So let's say that I want to create a script, hello world.r. Over in RStudio, you would make a new R script, and you would save it up here. When we're in the text mode, we don't have multiple things open, so I'm going to open it with nano and just put hello world and then write that out. And I want to run it over in the console. In RStudio, you click the source button to run it. Over here in the console, I can say source and then the name of my file. And the name of my file was hello world with a capital W and a capital R. Okay, so that ran hello world. If I wanted to have here for I in 1 to 10, printing out the numbers 1 to 10, I can run that and see my output. So if you can't install RStudio on your computer because it's a Chromebook or something else, then this does give you a way that you can work editing the file over here and then running it over here. And if we have a mistake in there somewhere, so here I have a mistake. If I try to run it, it tells me something. Unexpected right curly brace, because I didn't have the left curly brace. If I did that over here, then I would get a similar problem. All right, so that's running R from inside the terminal or inside PuTTY. And if you're on the Unix lab machines or in the teaching classroom, you can do this as well. So you can queue to quit. If you're on the terminal in the Unix lab or in the classroom, you can run R like that as well. Okay, so the other option that I wanted to show you was running RStudio from the Unix lab or from the classroom. So there's one thing you have to do, there's two commands to run, so these are it. So this SSH dash capital Y, and it matters that it's capital. All right, so the dash capital Y lets makes it so that we can run graphical programs from the main CS server. Now if I do xcalc, this is on my Mac, and I have my Mac set up so that I can do this as well. But so that's a verification that I can run a graphical program. This is actually running from the server, and this is generally too slow to use from home because it's sending all the graphical information. But if you're on campus in the labs or with your home computer and you have it set up properly, you can do this. Now I have RStudio, and I'll do ampersand so that I can still type commands here, and there's an error message that's not concerning. Okay, so then I have RStudio here, which is running from the server. So I don't have to, if you're running this from the Unix lab, you can run this and use RStudio, and yeah, you don't have to have your home computer set up, or you can work in the lab without having to bring your computer in. And then eventually you close it. All right. And if you're editing files here, you would be saving them into your directory on the server. So if I make a new R script and I want to save this, so this is directly going to be seeing my directories on the server. Okay, so if you're in the lab, you can do this. If you're running from home with PuTTY or the terminal, you can do this on the server. That is all for this video. Happy R-ing.